Slavery, The Dark Chain of History, Episode 18. Slavery did not only steal labor, it engineered birth, it regulated sex, and it turned children into currency. This episode is about what happened when the most intimate parts of human life, reproduction, desire, skin color, were absorbed into the business of slavery. In many colonial households, sexual slavery was hidden behind respectable language. Enslaved women were labeled house servants, personal attendants, domestic helpers. But many who were deemed attractive were forced into concubinage. They lived close to enslavers. They were isolated from other enslaved people. They were expected to provide sexual access on demand. This occurred in Caribbean colonies, Brazilian urban households, southern U.S. plantations, Spanish and Portuguese territories. The arrangement was often framed as preference or favor, but there was no consent when refusal meant punishment, sale, or violence. Children born from these assaults were absorbed back into the system, sometimes acknowledged privately, never publicly claimed. Sexual violence was not random behavior. It was tolerated, expected, and legally protected. Enslaved women had no right to refuse sex, no legal recognition of rape, no protection under the law. White men, owners, overseers, sons, faced no prosecution for assaulting enslaved women. Courts did not intervene. The law was silent, by design. Why? Because reproduction benefited the system. Every forced pregnancy produced another enslaved person, another asset, another worker, another sale. Sexual terror became policy even when it was never written down. Children with lighter skin, often the result of rape by white men, were sold at higher market value. They were described in auction records as fair, bright, mulatto, high yellow. Colorism was not cultural bias alone. It was economics. Light-skinned children were marketed for domestic labor, sexual exploitation, urban service roles. Their appearance made them more desirable to buyers seeking status, proximity, or control. This was the cruel irony. Rape increased value, and the system profited twice, from the assault and from the child. These practices were not separate. They were connected. Sexual violence created children. Children settled debts. Skin color increased price. Household roles concealed abuse. All of it operated under law. Every relationship existed only as long as it remained profitable. When slavery is discussed, it is often framed as forced labor alone. But the truth is darker. Slavery controlled sex. It monetized birth. It ranked children by skin tone. And it protected violence with law. This was not moral failure by individuals. It was a system designed to extract life itself. And until we confront that truth, the full story of slavery remains unfinished.